Clad.
That's right. All right. So let's take a peek at who's in here, because I get the feeling, for whatever reason, it's going to be quiet tonight. Why is that? Why is it quiet? Especially because I am out of my fucking mind. I'm very excited. So, hey, welcome. It's Fullforce Radio. My name is Crimson Clad. Apparently, it's just me and you quietly here in a secret event tonight, which is a-okay by me, because you know what? I get the feeling I'm gonna scare some people away. So I got a couple of you who are watching in Discord, and I got a couple of you kicking it all around the neenernets, wherever you might be hanging from. So let me know how the sound is, because I noticed that my mic is quite loud tonight. I had it set up for a different type of call, but I see twos across the board. People are watching and listening everywhere. And I have some sick metal for you tonight. I'm in a hugely high energy mood. There's probably going to be some intense blast beats. There's probably going to be a lot more death than normal. And I can't wait. Yeah. And you may notice, let me know if you can see it, but we're in higher frame rate tonight, which may or may not be exciting for you. Hey! 10 feet, what metal are we talking about? Oh, man. I got lots of good stuff for you tonight. I was doing some programming today. I was doing some illustrating today, and one of my big fallbacks while I'm doing that tends to be Anaal Nathrakh. And someone replaced Crim with a clone. How? Why? Why am I a clone? Oh no, I don't even have the goatee. You can always tell the evil universe clone by which one has the goatee. That's the evil one. So, I mean, I shaved, you can't tell. Please promise me you can't tell. But so tonight's playlist has some pretty heavy tracks on it. And a lot of the time, I try to avoid doing a full show. I try to avoid doing a full show of like intense death. Just because not everybody is ready for that. And a lot of people have been joining me on my metal journey here. Obviously, that's a very me thing. It may not be a very you thing, and that's okay. So tonight, we are going to hit a lot of blast beats. We're going to hit a lot of high energy deathcore. Yeah. We're starting the show off. Core everything is like, yeah, fun. I like that in very small doses. And so that might make me a bad person, but there are absolutely some deathcore bands that I like. But tonight is trending a little bit more Black Death. I have got some tech death. I have got a bunch of sort of classic bands that are flavors of death, shades of death, if you will, a whole death rainbow. And not everything on the playlist tonight is death metal. So for those of you who come, you just want to hear new tracks, you just want to get to know cool people in the community, you just want to hang out with me because your brain is broken, whatever the case may be, that's fine. I'm going to make you happy tonight, or I'm going to do my damnedest to make you happy. So, what can you expect from this evening? What can you expect from tonight? Well, one thing that I kind of want to bring up before we get rolling in the music, and I promise we will get all of the music in. My goal tonight is to trim 0 tracks from the playlist. I suspect I won't be able to do it, but I'm going to be working on the overlay as we're going tonight, because if you have noticed, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, after last week, some of the first Crimson Clad merchandise is out in the world. I've been working really hard. I've been building a new site, a new store to go with it. That's basically done. It's almost ready to fully launch. And it's not only about this show, but there is stuff from this show. And I'm also building a main Crimson Clad site. Just a bunch of shit is happening in the background. And I was trying to figure out, why am I so high energy? Why am I so pumped? That's the way that it's going to be tonight. It's going to be pumped. Why am I so pumped? And I realized there's anticipation. A lot of stuff that has been started, that's been rolling, that keeps getting put on the back burner because another thing comes up. Jason doesn't know how to use the bot. Don't tell him. Nobody tell him. But so All of these things are starting to get close to coming to fruition. And I realize that's part of it. And metal is an important part of anticipation. So if you look up above me here in my new smooth, high frame rate stream, you'll notice that the Fullforce Radio logo has actually changed. Well, not the logo, but the font has actually changed. I've been working on it for quite a while now, and I've been thinking very specifically about how I want new merch to look, how I want people to engage with the show. That sort of old school black letter font that everybody knows from bands like, Behemoth or whatever. I want to take that. I want to make it a little more readable. I want to make it a little more me, and pretty soon my little skull guy in the middle is getting a huge upgrade. I've actually been spending time staying up at night drawing all sorts of cool art and kind of planning out what I want to see on merch, stuff that I'd like to wear, like cool ass graphics, and getting ready to kind of change it all. So this may be that little guy right there. He's getting a facelift, which when you have no skin is actually pretty hard. It's weird. It's almost like I'm gonna make this skull a little more zhuzhed. So that's cool. I'm really excited for all that. But you'll see that up there, and over the course of tonight, I'm gonna be cool ass graphics, asses that are amazing. That's a pog. That's a pog quote right there. But so here's the deal. I'm going to press the go button on Vim. So anybody who wants to watch over there, that is the place. Where do you get a coffee cup with my face on it? Yeah, I hadn't actually. We should talk about this, honestly. We should talk about this because I feel so strange selling merch of me. But I do have some really killer coffee mugs with my name on them and my branding and stuff like that. So yes, you'll be able to get one very, very soon, which is very exciting. I'm fucking excited. So since it is like a quiet, intimate gathering tonight, 5, 4, 10, 11, 12, what? It's not even 20 of you. What is happening? How do I draw you in? Doesn't matter. Let's play some loud music. Let's have some fun. The spread tonight is incredible. Corbin made it on time, and the rest of you are going to have a whole lot of fun too. So what can you expect tonight? New tracks from the dogs over here. New tracks from my favorite band, but we're going to jump through a bunch of kind of weird hoops tonight. A Legion. We have got Anaal Nathrakh, as I mentioned, Death Angel, Kirky. We're going to do some Ocean Horse, Thy Catafalque. Like, long story short, tonight is going to be fun, high energy, and the perfect night for you to let loose and get going. That's my hope anyway. So I'm going to put some great music in your ears and we're going to see what fucking sticks. So we'll call the dog up because, of course, he needs to be here. Murph, come here. Come up in the spotlight. Last week, you guys so graciously pointed out that my dog's butt was illuminated, and that was a very important look at him. That was a very important part of the show, was that I had an illuminated dog butt large on screen. And arguably, yeah, that's really... really important. What are the chances we could push the show back like 3 hours till you could sleep? Not good. Hey, Trinkowski, not good, my man. But that's okay. So for those of you who are just checking out the show tonight, here's the deal. I can't please everyone. A lot of metalheads are all around the world. Many of them are in Europe. Some of them are across the pond. Some of them are back east. Some of them here on the West Coast. Wherever you might be in the world, I'll never be able to make you happy. I'll never be able to please you. But what you can do is you can always watch or listen to a replay. I've got some big things coming with that, but right now you can always go to the YouTube. You can go to Vim TV. I've got, those videos are up there afterwards. And what that means is if you can't hang out with me right now, you can watch it or listen to it again later. You don't have to be here live. You're just going to get left out of all the jokes and everyone will make fun of you and you'll cry yourself to sleep every night. And, overall, your life will be entirely ruined. But let's do the thing. Let's press the button. Let's see if we can do it. I don't know if it's going to happen. Let's just make sure everything looks good here. Do the button. Is it happening? It's happening. All right. So, Fullforce Fullforce Radio begins now. I got lots of fun stuff on the docket tonight. I got some stuff I want to talk about. I got some questions I want to ask you guys. And of course, I got lots of loud music. So, where do we want to start? And I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, do I want to just fucking pick you up and throw you in the deep end? Or do we want to kind of ease on into things? And I thought, well, so you guys may know one of my favorite bands out there, and it's funny because Tenfi was talking about this earlier. One of my favorite melodeath bands and one of my favorite sort of gloomy Finnish bands is Insomnium. I fucking love them. They're one of my favorite bands of all time, of all genres. I'm a huge fan. And so they have just released everybody's trying to figure out how to make me level. I have, you know what? I drank my first cocktail. I have just a bare whiskey stone now. So I'll probably have to refill at some point. But Insomnium has just released a new single, and of course it rips. Now, it's not that high energy, especially compared to everything else on my playlist. A lot of Finnish melodeath and Finnish death metal and Finnish everything, Finnish music in general, isn't always that high energy. So I figured, let's start here. Let's bring you in with some killer blast beats and some incredible melodies that are reminiscent of misty, forests and foreboding coastlines and, beautiful glacial vistas rolling out in front of you. Some good growling and some great stuff, because Insomnium is royalty. They're metal royalty. So we'll do that, and then we will begin the descent into madness tonight, and we'll go... When you think Finnish, I think of the Hydraulic Press channel. Now, that's so funny, because this year I actually had tickets to go to Tuska, which for some of you, you may know, Tuska is Finland's premier, probably one of the best metal festivals in the world. Well, of course, COVID went and fucked my shit up. Arguably, you guys are all feeling the same sort of thing. Look how miserable my dog is. COVID made my dog sad. But it messed up my traveling plans to get to Finland this year. Now, the guys from Hydraulic Press are indeed Finnish. They are cool. They're cool ass, because we're going on the cool ass train tonight. They're cool ass dudes smushing shit with a hydraulic press. If you've never checked them out, they're really charming, but they're huge metalheads, and they are often at Tuska, because of course they are. So they go every year, and if you've ever kind of followed their channel and you followed sort of their personal videos or whatever, they lift weights, they listen to metal, they smush things with a gigantic machine press, and they live in Finland and always go to Tuska. So I keep hoping, a small little part of me is like praying that when I do finally make it, when I finally do make it out and I get over there to Finland myself, that I will meet the Hydraulic Press people. And one of the other things that cracks me up is it's not just the Hydraulic Press people that hang out there as well. Forgotten Weapons, Ian, Gun Jesus, he's often there. There's a bunch of cool YouTube people that you wouldn't necessarily think are big metal fans that always want to go to this festival. So, this is my goal. I'm not a famous YouTube personality. I'm a half-ass radio DJ, but god damn it, I love metal and I'm a lot of fun. And I want to meet all of you guys in Finland, and we're going to drink our fucking faces off and headbang. So, let's start with some brand new Insomnium, and then we will get faster, harder, louder from there for Fullforce Radio. Let's just see if we can get this working. right, there you go. So yes, brand new Insomnium. Not exactly high energy, but there is an intensity to Insomnium that I love. I fucking love. So yeah, the lyrics are incredibly COVID appropriate. It's true. It's true. And even a lot of bands may not be doing this intentionally, but it's crawling in. And so, you know, more people are joining us. So welcome. Hello. My name is Crimson Clad. This is Fullforce Radio. Every Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever time it is for you in this flat circle that is, you know, our experience, you know, twirling around on this blue marble rocketing through space. I play metal, we talk shit, we have a lot of fun, we explore music, and we really get it all out. And so I was mentioning at the beginning of the show tonight that I am feeling super high energy. I'm fucking jazzed. Everything's coming together. I'm feeling great. And I have a lot of music tonight with just heavy ass blast beats that's just balls to the walls all out. And so I was thinking about this, and I was thinking a little bit about why this music really fits for me. And I realized that I find metal to be anticipation. Or if you are if you're a cult movie fan, anticipation. And that to me is sort of at the heart of all fantastic metal. We're always waiting. We're always on the verge or on the cusp of something, some explosive emotion. Bluefin, hey, I haven't seen you in ages. We're always on the cusp of something, whether it's we're going to explode because we're angry, or we're awaiting death, or we're awaiting rebirth, or we're just getting ready to party. Whatever it may be, metal is very anticipatory. You're always on this edge of something. And I realized that's where I am a lot of the time. And that's where I am right now. I'm so excited for all the things that are coming down the pipe. There are so many exciting things. And, you know, new music is part of that. But a lot of it really is. Metal is the soundtrack for me. Anyways, metal is the soundtrack of good things to come, of scary things to come, of explosions and of healing and of all of the things that make life worth living. That's metal in a nutshell. So we'll kind of go through this. I'll fiddle with the overlay. We're going to chat tonight. I got lots of music for you. But yes, brand new Insomnium, and anytime new singles come out, it always makes me feel really good because it usually means a new album is not far behind. So I did mention that we're going to go up and down and sideways and backwards, but we are going to go fast tonight. And I thought, let's just fucking go for it. So I want to play you something by an artist called Hell Ripper. Now, Hell Ripper is a new single one-man band. He's from Scotland, I'm pretty sure. And he is just this dude out in the sort of lightly forested areas of Scotland making blackened speed metal that feels a lot like sort of the early days of thrash and the early days of black metal. So when we talk about bands like, you know, early Dark Throne, or if you were to mix like Sodom with Metallica, or that early Venom but less cheesy, all of the stuff that we really love about the beginning of death and black metal. Here's a guy who's in love with that sound in that era. Yeah, exactly. Well, so here's the deal. Hell Ripper put out his debut album in 2015, because I'm a good DJ and I know my facts. 2016, 2015, but I didn't. So here's music that borders a little bit on kind of crust punk, Black and Death. It's somewhere, you know, like Fenris would approve. It's good shit. And so this guy is literally just making speed metal by himself. Well, so he just released in 2020 an album that I missed. I didn't catch it. 2020, I'm not gonna lie, bit of a fugue state all year, like a lot of people. But so he put out an album called The Affair of the Poisons. And it's this 2020 album that sounds like it just came like hell ripping out of the late 80s. It's got in your face, it's a little messy, a little lo-fi. and it's great. This album is excellent. It's excellent. It's so good. And I listened to the whole thing today and I was like, how did I miss this? This is killer. So put out a bunch of singles, put out some awesome albums with great artwork. And that was part of what drew me to this album, actually. I know we're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to buy, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover. You're not supposed to buy an album because the artwork is great. But fuck it, we're visual. All of you guys like watching a radio show rather than listening to it. So you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. We're visual. And I saw this, and it is the classic, like, hand-painted, burning the witch people racing through the night in flames and terror and corpses hanging in the mist. And, classic metal fare, really. Thank you, 10 feet. Thanks for giving a follow. No, I'm going to laugh so hard because I'm actually going to be switching my Twitch handle in the next week or two. So you'll just have to follow me again, and then you'll make my little go. All right. So let us continue. Let me play this Hellripper track for you. The whole album is great. It's awesome. I highly recommend that if this is your kind of style, if this is your kind of sound, that you check it out. I'm impressed. I am sad that I slept on Hellripper for so long. And I'm going to play you, there's a lot of great tracks on this album. And I was thinking, can I just get away with playing like all of it at once? You've got such instant classics as Blood Orgy of the She-Devils, Savage Blasphemy, Hexennacht, the title track, The Affair of the Poisons. But I am choosing to play you a song called Spectres of the Blood Moon Sabbath. I couldn't not. Now, I don't know about you guys, but you may or may not have known that last night was indeed one of those brilliant red blood moons. And I thought, well, there's a fucking sign. There's a fucking sign. So I'm going to play you Spectres of the Blood Moon Sabbath. My name is Crimson Clad. This is Fullforce Radio. We have a lot of fun. We play a lot of metal. We talk a lot of shit. I have some products to share with you tonight that I thought we could talk a little bit about. I guess Adam wants to talk about my face on a coffee mug. That seems... I'm unsure. I've seen a lot of YouTubers that are going down the merch path. Now, I'm not only on YouTube. Many of you guys are watching me everywhere. Next week is the debut of Theta. You might be watching on Vim TV or Twitch or Trovo, or you might be hanging out with the radio station, the social broadcasting network, mspwaves.com, wherever. I've noticed that there are a lot of sort of streamers who are making their own merch, and they're putting their own faces on merch. And one of the ones that I saw that was the absolute best was Linus. Now, Linus Tech Tips, he's from here in Vancouver too, so we all know him. He's always around. And yeah, the lunar eclipse. So as the shadow goes across the moon, everything turns bright red and there's this weird bloody whatever. I got up at 2 a.m. to check it and 4 a.m. to check it because I'm perfectly situated in the world to see it. It was cloudy as shit. Couldn't see nothing. So yes, Corbin says it looked amazing, but was a little sketchy and a little terrifying. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect blood moon. So with all of these insane, red vibes coming out of the clouds, the music fits. But let me just finish my anecdote. So Linus Tech Tips has an incredible store that he always pimps, and he does a great job, and we love him. But so, yes, we are indeed 10 feet. So we all know him here in Vancouver because he's a hometown boy. He used to just work up the street at the computer store. That's how I know him. He used to work at the fucking computer store. But so now he's famous. And if you've ever seen his videos where he tests merchandise with his face on it, he finds merch that bootleggers print. He buys it and it's got his face. He puts on there's a skirt and it's like his whole face on a stretchy skirt, a very awkward blanket that if you pull it over you, his face is kind of weirdly on your genital region. I have this slight hesitation for merchandise with the mug on the mug. Yes, the socks. So if you haven't seen that video, I say go look for it. But so I am unsure if I would like to print my face on something that perhaps would become awkwardly distended around someone's, yes, around someone's body, like in the chat. So, you know, we can negotiate for merchandise. We can negotiate. But trust, when I finish with all of this above me, that's what you're going to want. You're going to want my beautiful photography. You're going to want my fucking sick black metal designs. But PZ wants my face on his skirt. That's like a rude pickup line. Let's listen to some Hellripper, goddammit. My name is Kristen Glad. I have so much good music for you guys tonight. Let's stay on track. Stay on target. Heavy music. Blast beats, Spectres of the Blood Moon, something, blood orgy, etc., etc. Hellripper, an awesome one-man band, some good classic sounding metal, literally just getting us started here on Fullforce Radio. Yes! That's one of those ones I had to be very ready because the song's just like done. And then I get left holding the bag and looking like a bit of an idiot. So Hey, welcome to Fullforce Radio. That was a one-man show called Hell Ripper. And all of that classic thrash energy combined with those weird screamy vocals of early black and early death metal. Good fun, lots of speed, very loud. Darsico says, I was given red hair because God knew that I needed a warning label. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not true. Yeah, so Tenfi's saying there's CryptoBots done for streams. Absolutely. And you know what? I actually am a bit of a dev myself. I'm not a good dev, but I'm a dev nonetheless. I'm actually a front-end developer, and so I do a lot of graphic design. I do a lot of nice looking stuff, but I do also write bots. So I do write Discord bots. I do write, blockchain bots. So yeah, it's something that I will do. It's just time. Bucky is here. Bucky! And lots of people are joining. I thought I saw Acid pop in. People are watching all over the place. Hello. Yeah, I'm a Degen dev. That's right. And so what that means is I'm not always 100% sure where either tips or messages are going to come from. So I do my best to make sure that I can see all of you, that I could give you mwah, 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 all of the love. I set up all the alerts, but everything has to get changed anyways. I'm a Jill of all trades. I could be a Jack. It's fine. Whatever. You know what, Jack, Jill, as long as you're rolling down the hill with me, we're good to go. So tonight, high energy. A little more fast, a little more speed, lots of new music, new merch. I'm scared because, okay, if you're in the Discord, Clay has a big thing that's spoilered and it says new merch. It's roughly flesh colored. Should I click on it? I feel like it's my face that's just been awkwardly stretched and pasted on something rude. It's a butt, isn't it? My face, if I click this in chat, my face is going to be on a butt? Is it a butt? Oh no, it's on a dick. It's okay. All right, my face on a dick. We were talking about earlier, for those of you just joining us, we were talking a little bit about the weirdness of face merch. Like everybody in chat's like, no, it's definitely not butt. Yeah, the delay killed us there a little bit, didn't it? So face merch is weird. A little bit, right? It's a little weird. I mean, I know that everybody wants a waifu pillow with like my face on like some Lady Dimitrescu's body, but I mean, arguably, so many things can go wrong. Like, I'm not even talking about you guys using the merch. I'm saying if we get the merch printed and like maybe there's like a smear on the copier or whatever and it looks like I have like a little porn stash or like a Dirty Sanchez or whatever. Like, so many things could go wrong. I'm nervous. So let's start with cool graphic merch with, I've been doing some original sort of metal-inspired illustrations. I have been also working on just photography that you guys have been asking to buy prints or, cool custom shit for years. Let's start there and then move along to my face on novelty earmuffs or whatever. I don't even know. I don't even want to know. Just sad. It's sad. It's nothing. It's bad. Everything is bad. The internet is a hell of a place, kids. That's all I can say. All right, so let's continue. Krim, this is eventually going to lead to bathwater. You know what? What happened to her? She's gone now. She did that and she's gone now. So unless you want me to also disappear, get off the bathwater track. What happened to her? She's out of here. Don't tell me what happened to her. I don't want to know what happened to her. Please don't tell me. Music! She started doing porn to stay relevant. Acid is asking for a Discord invite. Why does it not work? You can go to mspwaves.com/Discord and that'll get you where you need to go. If you want to come hang out here with the station, you want to hop right into the chat, you can do it. Everybody's like, OnlyFans, it's OnlyFans. But she's making like 6 figures a year now. No. Everybody's just giving me random answers. She's a pilot now. No. What? What is happening? Acid. It's fine. Okay. Guys, it's spiraled out of control. We're like 15 seconds into the show. Let's play some more music. All right, so we played Hell Ripper. I want to play something else a little bit louder, and then we'll get back to some new music. I'm going to play something off the new Gojira album. We're going to do some Leprous, and like I said, I've got a bunch of other bands that I want to play for you. I'm going to play a track by a band called Ocean Horse, which sounds very, it sounds very like Metalocalypse. It sounds very like Deathclock, Ocean Horse, Mermaider. However, it's not. They are a band from Helsinki. So remember how I said I love Finnish heavy metal and I'm mildly obsessed with Finland? It's why I love acid. It's why I want to go to Tuska. It's all my favorite music comes from Finland. So this is a pretty cool new band, and they make some really great music. They're not huge yet, and they could be huger. So they've actually put out a ton of singles across the way, and they have some short EP albums, but they've really only put out like one heavy full-length album. However, my God, they've got some killer fucking music. I'm going to play you a track called The Intruder. So given okay, no, Helsinki sucks. Whatever. I just want to go to Tuska. Hey, Rishi. Hi. Aw, we were talking today. This is so fun. Thanks for coming to hang out, dudes. You were told to come tell me that you suck. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good. Yes. This is working well. Good. Promise to invite your parents. Excellent. I can't picture how any of this would go wrong, given that we were literally just talking about taking a large facsimile of my face and stretching it over someone's penis. Yep, perfect. Invite family friendly up in here. What with tracks about blood orgies and some Anaal Nathrakh on the playlist tonight. Let's do it. Let's have fun. I'm going to play a track called The Intruder by a band called Ocean Horse. We're going to kind of kick up the blast beat energy tonight. My name is Crimson Clad. This is Fullforce Radio. Is it a radio show? Yeah. Is it a live stream? Absolutely. Do you guys fuck me up while I'm just literally, going on the spot to entertain you? Very much so. Should you come back every week and hang out? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. Oh God, I gotta stop the thing. Okay, there we go. So, no secret what's coming next, but let's pretend you didn't see it. Hey, my name is Crimson Clad. This is Fullforce Radio. Lots of people jumping in now. I see people kicking it all over the place. Wherever you may be watching or listening, welcome to the show every Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever time it is for you right now. I play heavy metal. We often talk about ridiculous things. We have a lot of fun. We listen to loud music, and the time flies. I've been putting good, high energy tracks in your ears tonight. Bands that you may not have discovered, or bands that you may have even forgotten. Yes, for some of you, 3 a.m. For me, 6 p.m. Sometimes for Done, it's like 11 the next day. We are truly a global audience. Hey, hi, Marky. We're truly a global audience, and what that means is I will never make you happy. I will literally never please you. You will probably never make it through an entire show, and that's fine. I don't mind, whatever. It's all fuckery. But I am, of course, going to be working towards making these shows more accessible so that for those of you who can't join us live and talk about how everybody would like to see a big shit-eating grin from, like my face screen printed onto a dog jacket or some other completely useless kitschy-googa, that... that you will be able to join in and you will still get your fix of good music. So, we shall continue. I'm keeping an eye on the time, and I have so much music to play for you, and I told you guys I did not want to cut anything off the playlist, and it's probably going to happen. That would suck. That would suck. So, Gojira put out a new album called Fortitude, and I have to say, I love Gojira, but at the same time, I think they're incredibly overrated. I hate saying that. The new album is pretty good. It's pretty good. It is accessible. Is that animated? Yes, it is animated. And you know what? That's not even the only time you guys have animated my tits. It's ridiculous, actually. I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not. There are so many Crimson Boob animations that I don't even see them anymore. It's like the Matrix, blonde, brunette, right? It's just, whatever. I don't even see the code anymore. Whatever. So let's continue. We've been joking about novelty items, and I will say that there is certainly some merch that we could, yikes. I know, Chris, I know. Stay over there on Vim. It's safer on Vim. Sometimes. Maybe. So, while we continue, I want to play something off this new Gojira album because it's good. It's okay. The album is good. But there's a couple standout tracks, and one that I quite enjoyed is a track called The Chant. It's not as high energy as everything else on the place. You're missing out on the boobies. No, you're not. Here's the thing, Chris, and for people who are just listening, for those of you who just listen to the audio, or you're going to be checking out the podcast later on, you're not missing anything. Every week I wear a boy's t-shirt. I don't think I've ever showed cleavage on the stream in my life. It's just wherever I go, there they are. And you guys know that making fun of me is hilarious, and you just take that shit and you run with it. You crank it to 11 in true metal fashion. So whatever. It is what it is. No choker. Yeah, I know. You caught me. Did you also notice that my eyebrows are not drawn on tonight? I'm a mess. It's true. But I will say, my choker is here. I had a video. Do you want me? I'll just put it on. I'll just put it on because everybody's having a Spurg moment. Bluefin says he's showing enough cleavage to make up for me. Clay says my boobs. Okay, you know what? Nope, we're not going down this path, guys. We're not. Chris is dying of laughter. Everybody in the chat is having a no moment. I took it off because I had a professional meeting earlier. The choker is back on. The boobs are corralled. The music is loud. Let's do the thing. Nice. Marky jumped into a match on Hunter, and he just ended up in a match with Krim. What are the odds? Pretty fucking good. You know why? Because it's time for Fullforce Radio. Now, I said I was going to play a track by Gojira. I am. Something off the new album. It's called The Chant. It's one of the tracks on the album that I like. It's good. It's an okay album. Give it, if you love Gojira, give the album a listen. If you're indifferent towards Gojira, give a couple songs a listen. But let's see what you guys think. This show's all about you. If you like it, maybe you'll see more in the future. But I got more music to show you tonight, so let's get fucking rolling. There you go. One of my favorite tracks off the new Gojira album. very 60s vibe to it. Very cool, easy, smoked out vibes on that one. So I know it's a little bit at odds with everything else on the playlist tonight, but god damn it, I gotta play you some new music now and again. You guys had been asking about the new Gojira, and it is my duty to tell you that the new album is... it's okay. It's okay. God Save the Queen, she's a fucking machine. Isn't that Lemmy? That's got to be Lemmy. All right, so for those of you who are listening or watching or hanging out, Shane has joined us. Hi, Shane. It's good to see you. Wasn't thrilled. Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay album. Small highlights. Overall, Gojira's got to step it up. Mediocre. But I have more great music for you tonight. I got fast, hard, layout music. I got a lot of death and I got a lot of blast beats. So, I'm trying to shape a show with ups and downs, and somehow there's a bunch of stuff I was going to talk about tonight. There are a bunch of things I was going to bring up, and I thought, let's chat about this. It'll be so fucking fun. And immediately what we did instead was we rocketed over to putting my face on things, and then all of the bad things that you would do with the things that my face is on. Well, since Shane is here, I think a commemorative fez, a very jaunty fez, perhaps with a strap that goes under your chin, because as we all know, if you're rocking out, and especially if you're headbanging, it's very hard to keep a fez on your head, especially if you're bald. So we'll get a fez, we'll print my face on it, and then we'll make sure that it has a chin strap, just so that it, the most people can get the most enjoyment out of the fez. Other than that, a ton of very bad ideas, and chat immediately derailed into Booby Town, because that's what you do. You're all a mess. You're a fucking mess. Give your head a shake. That is so cool. Now, Mr. D, I love you. And I'm counting down the days I can get back to Montreal to hang out with you again. But I have to say, the 1985-86 tour, it's like I wasn't even born yet. Yes, I was indeed. I was born-ish. Depending on where they were on that tour, I may or may not have been born. So, Oh, lordy. So, rock and roll and metal have been around for much longer than me, and it will live on for much longer than I will. So this is eternal. You're a part of, I thought that because there's the Sex Pistols and there's Lemmy. I mean, let's face it, the British mumble mouth music is where everybody's talking about shaving the Queen. But I'm sure it exists. So while Clay is searching for whoever it is that might have been shaving the monarchy, I'm going to continue on with some cool music tonight. Now, I haven't played anything from this particular band, I don't think, ever on the show. So that's sad, and we're going to fix that. Now, the thing is, I don't actually know how to say their band name. I realized this earlier because I normally just miss it. I just listen to music that I like. Dead. It's not dead. You're dead. Who's dead? Listen, let me give you a little trick. If you're listening on the Discord and sound drops out, it's because Discord hates live radio. So what you should be doing is you should be going to mspwaves.com, or you should be going to Vim TV, because the people, let me tell you a little secret, the people who are over on Vim TV didn't drop out. The people watching on Twitch or YouTube didn't drop out. It's just Discord. 9 times out of 10, if you're like, Crim's gone, it's because the Discord bot shit a brick. And you know what? Discord sounds like donkey dicks. Like you picked up 2 donkey dicks and you went and stuck them in your ears. So instead of listening on Discord, go to Vim TV. Vim TV is fabulous. It's a decentralized, blockchain-powered streaming alternative. But you watch or listen wherever you want. You got so many options, and all of them sound amazing. Oh, so much better than Discord. So, just saying. Discord is trash. It's trash. But for a lot of you, it's a good place to listen. And if you want your avatar featured on the stream, then you'll be down there if you're in there. So while everybody's answering the question, what else can you do with donkey dicks? I'm going to queue up some, I like acid. Now I got to watch her. I know, I'm sorry. You can just minimize the page, or you can browse in another tab. You don't have to look at me. I don't recommend it. But you should be listening. So I don't actually know how to say the name of this band. I realized over the many years that I have been playing metal for you that I don't always know how to pronounce a band name, because often these are from people from all over the world. I assume this is like Swedish or Finnish or Icelandic, probably Icelandic if I had to guess. But it's got a stupid character. If I was going to guess off the top of my head, it would be Miss Birming, but that's not a B. It's a strange made-up letter. So I'm going to play you a track called Orgia. I'm not saying you're all sick fucks, but let's just put this track in the middle and just recognize that this is where we've come. And I don't actually know how to say this. So let's guess. You're going to look at it up on the screen, and I'm going to figure out what the fuck it means. I'm going to figure it out. Maybe YouTube. What are the photos behind you? You're bummed about the lighting flare. Yeah, and I'm going to have to fix that. But they're actually not photos. They're some of my favorite albums. There is Das Mortal, Always Loved, Dan Terminus's Automated Refrains, Tommy 86's Transhumanism, and Ghosts Non-Paradisi. And then back here, this very last one is Perturbator's B-Sides. And so I kind of switch them out when I feel like doing so. So if I move, then they'll try and zoom in, and I will in the future actually be making the video even bigger. So you fucks who don't want to look at my face, I apologize for nothing. And then also right here, you can't see it. I'm going to maybe move everything. That is my cherished piece of art from my grandpa. It's a Leroy Neiman print of the Cool Jazz Festival 1982. So are they NFTs? No, they're not. Let's continue. I think Discord's still broken. I see lots of people are hopping over to other places to watch or listen. Vim is popping. Twitch, you're dead over there, Twitch. But YouTube's looking good. And let's face it, you're all hanging out. I got music to play for you. I don't know how to say the band, the what? I don't know how to say the band name. It might be Miss Birming. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to ask Google how to say it. But I am going to play you a track called Orgia. My name is Crimson Clad. This is from 2018 or 2019. And we are starting to move into some of the heavier stuff on the playlist. It is Fullforce Radio. My God, we're halfway through the show. We're never going to get to all this music. Fuck! Let's play music. Stop talking about faces and boobies and boob faces. I'm sorry, there's a ton of dead air there. I always forget. That song's just like, bloop, gone, done. So there you go. Yes, it is an Icelandic band. I'm not 100% sure how to say it. Corbin was very helpful and looked it up. It's maybe Mistherming. Listen, I don't know. I'm not Icelandic. I just like Icelandic music. I realized that I had a bunch of great metal tracks that I wanted to put in your ears. Yeah, nice ending. And then dead air for everyone. All right, so yeah, I mean, I realize there's a lot of bands that I never even really think about. I check out their catalog, I go to their website, I look through everything, and I just make up a pronunciation in my mind, and I realize I don't know. I have no idea. However, I highly recommend you check out the discography, and of course, if you always want to find the music that I play on the shows, there are some resources for you to find them. You can follow every episode that I've ever had, every single one, on Spotify. And you can also go to fullforce.rocks. That is the website for this show. Yes, the song really ends like that. It's just like awkward. But you can go to fullforce.rocks. That's the website for the site. And I hook up all of the stuff. I hook up the replays. I hook up the Spotify. I hook up the track lists. I make a description. I put the fucking pictures there. So you have all of the options, everything. They're all just ready for you there at the site. All right, so listen, we're halfway through the show, and we were talking a little bit about bad merch, bad face merchandise, and none of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys actually about. We got way off track. All right, so everybody's hanging. It's a quiet night tonight. You got, I don't know, a couple dozen people, and I'm happy to have you. I am playing some more sort of higher paced, heavier blast beat style music tonight. And that track was certainly no exception. What can I say? No exception whatsoever. Now, I want to continue in that vein, and I actually want to play something by another band that I'm a huge fan of, Allegiant. Now, I've talked about these guys before, and I mentioned them, actually in the last couple shows I mentioned them, because I played Nuclear Power Trio. If you were here last week, we were talking about fucking problems right in the butt, and fuck you if you don't want world peace, because of course we were. And I was mentioning that one of the guitarists from Nuclear Power Trio is a really cool tech death guitarist who does really neat live streams and he also does guitar, teaching. He's a cool dude. His name's Gregoroth. Yeah, what? Yeah, it's because you never listen to my shows, Ron. You literally fake news every show. So it's okay. I totally understand. Because at least you make it to mine, even if you're obligated and you're literally outside sifting through garbage instead of hanging out. But, so, Nuclear Power Trio, Gregoroth, and he actually, I'm quite a fan, and I like to kind of follow along with his socials. He mentioned that as of today, they have just gotten a new album in the can. So there's going to be new Allegiant very soon. Yes, Ron is literally a trash panda. Ron is actually 14 raccoons in a clown suit. Also, I actually have some more messages other than this really obnoxious one that tells you to watch my YouTube channel. I will get them fixed. I promised by next week you will not want to kill yourself with the terrible bot spam that's thrown your way. Remember how I said I was a bad dev? Yeah, that. So, our station manager here at the radio is actually 14 raccoons in a clown suit. So, if you've always had a fear of Ronald McDonald and you've always wondered why overall McDonald's is terrifying to you, that's why. It's because this is the terrible secret. All of their food comes from a dumpster and Ronald McDonald is 14 raccoons in a clown suit. Now that you know the terrible secret of McDonald's, let's continue. So, I want to play you guys some Allegiant. And it's funny because I remember when I first discovered Allegiant, I remember how I was just saying I make up pronunciations for things sometimes. If you've been here live in the show, hey, Witty. Yeah, and you know what? Anybody who says they don't love a McDonald's coffee, delicious. I like McDonald's coffee. I'll grab one for $1. I'll grab a fucking extra large on my way to work. It's delicious. And you know what? Anybody who says every now and again as a treat that they don't love, like, a McDonald's bagel, BLT bagel, is a liar. Fuck you. You love bacon. You love bagels. You love drunk in the middle of the night shoving one of those in your face. So whatever. You don't drink coffee. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why we didn't send you a mug. That's fair. But it snows and the air hurts your face. So we sent you a toque instead. Makes sense. All right. So let's get to this. I often make fun of people's names. I'm bad. I can't read your name. I'll read it wrong, but that becomes funny. And then, I often make up band names in my head. I read them, I see them, I listen to the music, I interpret them, and then I get to a show and I have to say the name out loud, like Mithverming. It's a very technical name. It's Icelandic, you wouldn't understand. I'm a native speaker, obviously. Mithverming. But this is another one of those bands I will 1000% admit. When I first started listening to them, I saw their name and I was like, Allegaon. Yes, Allegaon. It's like it's from space and it's amazing and whatever. And then I realized, no, I'm a fucking idiot. It's an alternate spelling of Allegiant. Oh, you fucks. Everyone in the chat is pretending to be my spam bot. This is terrible. I hate you all. But I did. I was like, Allegaon. Agamemnon. Nah, it's a Legion. Krim never plays native African American metal. I actually do. That is a dirty lie, sir. I actually do. Although you're right, it has been a long time. I'm not equal opportunity. I'm stuck in Finland. So LP Faust is here, and it's funny because he just dropped Gowron Law in the chat. Well, I definitely am not admitting live on air that on Sunday, I had some friends over and we played a Star Trek VHS board game with not Gowron. It is Gowron, but it's not Gowron. He's actually Captain Kovac. And I definitely didn't play a Star Trek VHS board game on Sunday while drinking directly out of... Do I ever play Animals as Leaders? Yes, I have. Tosin Abasi is an incredibly lovely human being who is the front man. So that's cool. Now, speaking of Animals and Leaders and other bands that are in a sort of tech death or prog or a tech prog or crossover music, genty, if you will, jing, jing, jing. I actually have something on tonight that will fit that. But if we don't stop talking shit to each other, we will literally never get to music. So let me play you some Not Allegaon a Legion in celebration of the fact that there is going to be a brand new album coming very soon. I love these guys. They are like a great entry into tech death. If you're a little unsure of technical death metal, if you think you want to listen to something that has classical elements but a harder edge, Allegiant is the perfect band to kind of take you down into it. They do incredible covers. You guys may remember I played an awesome cover of Roundabout. They also do Rush covers, which is so close to my heart. They do an amazing cover of Subdivisions I've played on this show. And they also do Animate Me, which is another Rush track. Some great covers and classical guitar releases as well. And that's Gregoroth, the Twitch streamer, guitarist extraordinaire that I was mentioning. I'm going to play something off an album called Elements of the Infinite. They wrote an album that is kind of weirdly apocalyptic space planet explosion themed. So I'm going to play you a track called Dyson Sphere. Since we're all technologically advanced here and we all know that the end of us is 1000% going to be the inevitable heat death of the universe or our own hubris coming to kill us in the face of, artificial intelligence and machinery, seems like a good time to play a track called Dyson Sphere. My name is Crimson Clad. We are more than halfway through the show. We need to play tracks. We got to do it. I got so much music, so little time, so much energy. It's a lot of fun here on Fullforce Radio. Ah, yes. Now that you've all gotten your faces ripped off in space. Oh, right. Okay, so there we go. Stupid tracks with stupid intros and outros. My name is Crimson Clad. That was a Legion. Yeah, Corbin, highly recommended. Really incredible stuff. Beautiful, beautiful releases that are like, you know, concerto in D minor and incredible versions of like Roundabout, which is, you know, kind of one of the most famous progressive tracks going. And then intense, heavy, face-ripping, like skull-melting blast beat technical death metal. Now that track had some killer guitar solos in it, and it's quite funny because he says when he goes back and listens to them, he's like, wow, those are trash and I hate them. And I literally tweeted back at him, I'm like, are you fucking insane? Like, be nice to yourself, because actually now my fingers are melted and I don't even play guitar. I just listened to that solo and now I have no fingers. So now I'm going to have to go beg outside of Ron's McDonald's. And, you know, that's dangerous because even if I've already had my fingers chewed off, the raccoons can still get me by the ankle. This is bad. It's bad. All right, so let's continue on with tonight. This is Fullforce Radio. It's a stupid heavy metal, sass, hard rock. It's a stupid show with me. And I'm stupid too. But you know what? I have a lot of fun. And I love having you guys here. I play a lot of really upbeat heavy metal. I play a lot of stonery doom and all sorts of things in between. And tonight, I'm playing a lot of heavy, fast drumming, a lot of really like pump up energy tracks because I no bully please. Oh, Lord. So here's the deal. Tonight, I'm anticipatory about all the cool stuff that's going on in my life. I'm finally getting some of my stuff under control, but this last week has been go, 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 and I'm in that mood. I'm there. I'm primed. It's go, go. So, music to match. I have more stuff on the playlist tonight. I'm keeping an eye on the time. We're going to try and make it through everything. Now, Ron had been asking, hey, new doggo. Yes, I can't wait. My new dog is coming at some point over the summer. I'm not sure when she'll get here. There, Patient Zero. Oh, Patient Zero. You found Shane and you put the crim fez on Shane. That's amazing. I'm so happy. Do I have the new doggo yet? No, I don't yet. So, hey, crypto gamers, what up? John kind of dragged you in, I bet. So no, for those of you that don't know, I have a fabulous dog. His name is Murphy. I actually have some Murphy merchandise. I'm going to make a fucking shirt. I have some shirt designs and I can't wait, and I'm going to wear them and it's going to be amazing. But this is Murphy, my dog. You notice the giant fluff of husky hair that he produced. But I actually have been approved to adopt another dog. Rest in peace, me. She will hopefully be here sometime during the summer. She is coming from a war-torn country. I don't know when she'll be here. Basically, COVID travel has messed up getting her into the country. So, as soon as a flight sponsor can be found, hopefully within the next 3 or 4 weeks, she will be on her way to Canada and I will have a new dog. I'm going to have to do a lot of work with her, I think. Maybe. We'll find out. She's supposedly a little bit shy and a little bit fucked up. No, not that war-torn country, Acid, not the USA. She's actually coming from the Middle East. So, I don't know when, but pretty soon, hopefully, maybe there'll be an interesting dog on stream instead of this. I'm so tempted to just zoom in on his little ass. Murphy. All right, so here we are. Yeah, you know what? You can't. They're dogs. Everybody's adopting dogs right now. Everybody. You can't get one. I talked about this. I don't want to go too far down that path. But the reality is, remember to cover my face when I meet her. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I would not want to scare her with my dog face. Dog. No, maybe she'll be more attached to me if I look like a dog. Shut up, Acid. But long story short, very difficult to get a dog right now. Everybody wants one. And you know what? That's fabulous. There are so many animals that need a home. So you certainly can't be upset that more people are opening their homes to new family members. But God damn it, give me a dog. So, in theory, you meant because she's Muslim. Oh, Jesus. You know what? this way lies madness. Let's play some more fucking music. Ron had asked me if I ever play animals as leaders, and I do sometimes. I am going... What do these people do to me? It's a good question, Acid. In general, I'm just very self-deprecating because it's funny. The best way to make someone else laugh is to make fun of yourself, and I'm really fucking good at it. So, let's continue on. Ron asked, do you ever play animals as leaders? And I was mentioning that, yeah, progressive, gent, really fun, awesome, kind of syncopated, complex rhythms, fast melodies. Yeah. Tosin Tweedles with the best of him. Tosin Mabasi is amazing. I'm going to play a band that has a similar... Where do you find these people? You mean dogs? I don't know. We're all animals here, Will, frankly. And everybody wanders in like a stray, and I keep them because I love all of you, and I can't let you go. And I feed you, and I nourish you, and I nurse you back to health, and then you piss on my carpet. It's my life. It's my fucking life. What can I say? I don't know how to throw any of you out, and I certainly can't smack any of you with a newspaper, so it is what it is. So I'm going to play a band for you called Leprous. Now, Leprous is an incredible sort of technical, gent, tech death, progressive band from Norway. And they have a lot of similar sounds to Animals as Leader, Periphery, bands like Pain of Salvation. Nea Bliviscaris is another sort of prog death band that I play for you that has that similar kind of tweedly, meedly, genty gmanju. And you might recognize the name Leprous from this show because often their singer, his name is, I can't remember, something Einar. I want to say it's like Lars or Ulrich, or I should know this, but I don't. His name is Einar something. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm blanking out at this moment, but the reason that you might recognize him is he has an incredible voice. Beautiful, classically trained voice, and it's a really interesting fit alongside this music. And he actually sings often. He goes and he guest appearances and sings on other tracks. And you may remember I played a cover of Manhattan Skyline off Izan's new album. And God, what's his name? How am I blanking? He's the singer on it, and he's incredible, and all of you were really impressed with his voice. So I thought, fuck it, let's do it. The Vim feed is jacked up. That sucks because I was so excited for the Vim feed and I've been pushing it a lot. However, I will say Vim is actually working on their video ingest and they are moving to a much more robust system very soon. So you're going to see huge improvements in the Vim feed. So if tonight is not working for you, no problem. Listen in any one of the other locations, but Vim's going to be really cool moving forward. And I'll let you know when that happens. But for now, let's play that large. That's right. It's basically Icelandic, isn't it, Trinkowski? As I mentioned, I'm a native Icelandic singer, so his name is Einar. Write that down. All right, so let's do it. Let's play some Leprous. I'm going to play you a track called Golden Prayers. It's an interesting track. It's a perfect fit for tonight. Not necessarily blast beat wise. It's a little bit different, but it's got perfect energy to fit into tonight's playlist. My name is Crimson Clad. We have a half an hour left in the show. We are going to power through a bunch of cool music. We're going to stay upbeat. We're going to get jazz. We're going to listen to heavy metal at full force. hey, it's Fullforce Radio. So listen up, guys. My goal of having to trim music tonight, it's a failure. It's a fucking failure. There's no doubt that I'm going to have to, and I have so much good shit. Yeah! But that's okay. You guys know the drill. It goes back into the giant bucket that is the Fullforce Radio sort of holding tank. And you will hear it another week. And what that means is you're going to have to come back. You're going to have to hang out with me for another show. You know, tonight, we've actually really only talked about music. It's kind of surprising. Normally, we talk about everything and nothing. But we will be moving back to a 3-hour show probably before the end of next month, so that's good. We'll have more time for music, more time for fun. But one of the things that I did want to mention tonight, because we were talking about merchandising and you guys got us so off track and people are talking about all sorts of spankings. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the fuck it bucket, except it's not the fuck it bucket, because if you're going to chuck something in the fuck it bucket, and you should chuck it in the fuck it bucket, once it's in the fuck it bucket, you never look at it again, because fuck that shit. That's what the fuck it bucket is for. If there's something in your life that is making you unhappy or is not a good fit for where you need to be, where you're going, your motivation, chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Just like you're going to make a complaint to me about this show? No problem. Take a number, crumple it up, chuck it in the fucking bucket, because I don't care. That's not where music goes. But we were talking a little bit about merch and types of merch and things like that. And I noticed something today while I was doing my little search around for shirts, because I'm going to have to run. The next track, I'm going to have to run. Because like I said, I just have a sad, sweaty whiskey stone from pounding. You can't see, but it's, can I make it focus? Well, you can't really tell, but my whiskey stone is in there. Can you tell how sweaty and cold it still is? I drank the drink, but I don't have more music, so it's gonna happen. All right, so I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna pop out the second this track goes on to get more alcohol, because I owe him. Yes, Engine Witty, the Q&A for Hard Fork 25 is indeed here. It is indeed on Saturday, and it will be at the regular time for Cyberbuzz. We're going to have a bunch of witnesses and developers. We're literally going to do nothing but talk about the Hive Hard Fork. So you are correct, sir. Not tonight. You won't learn shit. So let's continue. I'm going to start another track. I'm going to run. I'm going to go grab a drink because I cannot let any level fall unacknowledged. That's bad. But what I was going to mention was I was searching around for shirts. I buy metal shirts. That's how I support bands. I buy really overpriced, stupid shirts, and then I wear them on Fullforce Radio. So I was looking around today, and I happened to run into a very metal crossover of items. And I've seen metal bands, they do whiskey, they do food items, they do, coffee, everything. There's something for everyone out there. And hot sauce isn't even that that uncommon. But so there's a band called Life of Agony, and they have literally just released a hot sauce called River Runs Red after one of their tracks. And I thought, if you are going to be a band that writes a song called River Runs Red, you know what? If your band name is Life of Agony, that is the literal perfect match to brand a hot sauce after yourself. So, if you're looking for something to spice up your food as much as you might like to spice up your metal tastes, that's beautiful and I love it, Patient Zero, and I'm going to buy Shane that fez, and he's going to wear it, goddammit. Maybe you should just pour some hot sauce on your food that promises you a life of agony. I thought, my goodness, this is a crossover that I really... you know what? Yeah. Okay, so listen, let's do the music. We got 20 minutes. So much stuff has to get pulled off the playlist tonight. But this track, earlier I was talking about how metal for me is the soundtrack of anticipation. Metal for me is the music of waiting, of wanting, of anticipating, of fearing, of hoping, of dreaming, of anger, and all of the things that we're on the cusp of. And so, however you feel about the world right now, however you feel about where we're going and what we're anticipating, good or bad, I thought, okay, I'm having a creative, if busy, ridiculous week. And I was mentioning how I always play Anaal Nathrakh when I need to like really just get down into something and tear through it and get it done. I always return to a band called Anaal Nathrakh. Now, to be clear, they have a very specific sound and mission. And in fact, they say that they were created for one purpose and one purpose alone. They call themselves the soundtrack for Armageddon, the audio essence of evil, hatred, and violence, and the true spirit of Necro taken to its musical extremes. Now, if you put that aside, they make really beautiful music. If you don't mind that they have albums filled with songs like Libidinous, A Pig with Cocks in Its Eyes, or Feeding the Death Machine. There is a sound, there is an energy, there is a vibrancy that I love. And so I thought, you know what? Since that's kind of what we're talking about tonight, and that's kind of the energy that I'm in, I'm hemorrhaging listeners. People are like, whoop, nope. I want to play you guys some Anaal Nathrakh, and I want to play you a song of theirs that is like, I don't know, the balm of my soul. And I will grab the lyrics for you if I can. But it's a beautiful track, and it's literally called Create Art, Though the World May Perish. And it is about the fact that if you are strong and if you are creative and if you get out there into the world and you just put whatever it is you're dreaming of making, whether it's your next breath or your fucking magnum opus or a piece of art or food or music, create art. It doesn't matter what's going to happen to it. Do it for the creative process. Do it for the joy. Do it for the expression. Do it for the emotional release. Create art, even if the world will perish. And so I'm going to play you guys some motherfucking Anaal Nathrakh to pump you up and remind you that the world is yours and that we're all just here anticipating something, but we're doing it together.
They say you trust them freedom.
I wasn't ready. I'm sorry. All right, so there you go. That was technically the scariest thing on the playlist tonight. It wasn't even that bad. I was really nice to you guys. But yeah, that's a band that I find a very effective ass kicker into like incredible. Yes, Sleep When You're Dead. Exactly, Trinkowski. I find that's a soundtrack to my creativity. I love Anaal Nathrakh. Like, I'll often be, it's hilarious because I think I've mentioned this before, I work in a very sort of like prim and proper office. I work in children's education. I often have meetings, or I'm often visible to contractors or clients. And so, like, I have to take some of the edge off, but here I am, I'll be coding something, or I'll be illustrating like educational products for children, and then on my second monitor over here, it will say like Anaal Nathrakh, and then all the song lists, all of the tracks by them will be listed, down the front of the, down my monitor, and it'll be some amazing track like Hold Your Children Close and Pray for Oblivion, or We Will Fucking Kill You, which is legitimately the name of one of their tracks, or Obscene as Cancer, which is, not particularly sensitive. But at the end of the day, I find them to be incredible artists. So there you go. Turn your eyes towards the sun and see the future back in us. We can take the world as one, and in our destiny we trust. Let nothing stand in our way, and let nothing us dismay. So summon up your blood, because we were born to rise above. Create art, though the world may perish. If not that, then what? Get out there and do something. Do something for you. Create. Explore. Enjoy. World's gonna end. You're gonna die. Do something cool with it. That's what Fullforce Radio is. So we have like 10 minutes left in the show, and there are, let's just look. How many tracks did we miss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 more tracks on the playlist. We have time for 1. Fuck me. Actually, you know what? 2. We could do 2. I'm going to play a track that's kind of weird and doesn't really fit with the rest of the playlist, but it's got that kind of sing-along style. It's a track called Slave, and it was sort of one of those ones that I've kind of fall into and catch myself headbanging to and singing along with. So we'll play that, and then we'll see if we can squeak in one more track as well before the night's over. Don't go away. Fullforce Radio has 10 minutes left. My name is Crimson Clad. And what do we say? Blood Eagles for the non-believers. You don't want to risk that, do you? Don't risk it. It's not worth it. Just listen to the music instead.
Eternal darkness, a taste of flesh, the burning hell, no justice. Sharpen my blade and make me insane, calling. Grinding teeth when lights go out, I'll be starving. I'm looking for your heritage. Into my grave. Serve me just like a slave, you'll be my prey, I'll never let go. Hunting only at night, I'll eat you alive, remember the line.
Yes, there you go. Really quickie track. We have time for one more tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. We will try and fit a track in. You guys can try and decide, but I love that track. It is a little sexy, a little weird, kind of Balkan, and a lot of fun. So here's the deal. I got a lot of tracks, and I'm trying to think of what would fit. I was thinking of playing a track called Dark Lady off of a live album by the Scorpions that was recorded in Japan. It's one of my favorite live albums. It is electric, and it's just enough to fit in the last part of the show. So Iron Maiden's getting trimmed. Blasphemy. I'm going to save the rest of this music for an upcoming episode. So you better get a Discord notification, follow on YouTube, click, I don't know, something. Just come back next week. I'll have more good music for you. I'm going to play my very favorite live album. Yeah. Do I play a lot of Scorpions? Yeah. Do I play a lot from this particular album? Yeah. But that's because it fucking rips. So turn it up because, I mean, listen, if you're already going to just be my slave, etc., 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 I'm the Dark Lady. It's a perfect fit. This mega rock and roll outro goes on forever. Double arigato! There you go, my friends. That is the Tokyo tapes. They were recorded unsurprisingly, live in Japan, 1978. Arguably, I mean, the Scorpions are amazing. They laid the groundwork for so much of what happened in metal and rock and roll and everything to come after the 70s and well through the 80s. They are an incredible band, and I swear you will never hear them like you hear them on this live album. I highly, highly recommend it. It is the perfect soundtrack for driving fast, fucking hard, and honestly, for almost anything. So I hope that is an appropriate ending for the evening, given that we could not up the irons, which is terrible bad form and absolutely atrocious breaking of tradition. But the reality is next week, if you come back, I will play some more for you. Please remember, please remember that I am here every Thursday night. You can go to fullforce.rocks and learn all about the show, find out when the next one is in your own time zone, and find everything from the last show, which will mean by tomorrow, everything from tonight will be there. Magic. Anyways, I'm Krim, and I'm done. Bye!